I'm Simon Kidd from Snowbee, and today we're going to look at some simple steps on getting you started on fly fishing. I'm assuming here that you've got your fly rod, your fly reel and your fly line all matching and perfectly balanced and ready to go together, but you've now got to put it together and assemble everything to get you started. So this is how we'll start. What we're going to do first of all is load the reel. We need to put some backing on here, which serves a couple of purposes. First of all, it helps build out the reel to reduce the amount of turns we need to retrieve the line once we've got it on there, and also to reduce the amount of coiling that you can get when the line's packed on too tight and too small. I've chosen for this exercise, we can choose between either £20 or £30 backing, and for this exercise I'm going to be loading it with a trout line. I'm going to put some £20 backing on. I'm going to use a tool here called a line winder, which actually helps us to load the line onto the reel. Simple device, costs less than £12, and what I'm going to do here is just load it quickly, like so. Put the spring on it here, which gives us a bit of tension, and then we're ready to go. The reel I've chosen for this exercise today is a 7/8 stealth reel, and the reason is because I'm going to put a 7-weight floating line on here. In terms of the backing, this is braided Dacron backing, and I've chosen this £20, and of course we've got to attach it. I've also chosen 100 metres because I'm comfortable that 100 metres will fit on this reel, but we can always check that. For the sake of the knot, and to make this secure, we use what we call an arbor knot, and take the reel spool off in this situation. It makes it a bit easier. Some reels which have got a cage on here, you need to actually put that on with the reel in place. However, on this exercise, which is an open cage, then it's not so important. The knot we use is quite simple. We loop it round. Some people loop it round twice to be sure, but you don't need to do that. I put a loop through here, a loose loop around the main line, put the tail end through there to make a loop like so. Just tighten that down slightly, and then I'm going to put a knot on the end of this one, which will lock up against there, like so, as it draws down, and just literally twist it and pull. And that locks it, it's completely secure, and that's not now going to run or anything as we tighten it up. Having secured the spool, we can now put it back on the reel, tighten this down, and we're ready to go. What I'm going to do here is now I'm just going to wet the bottom of this and stick it to a tabletop. Works really well, and just apply a bit of a tension on this one here. I don't want it too tight, but just makes it nice and neat and tidy on the spool. And wind, I've got it set up for left-hand wind. As I'm loading this line onto here, I'm just gently easing it backwards and forwards with my forefinger on my right hand, just to make sure we've got a nice even spread, nice and level. One of the questions often asked is how much backing do you need to put on? Well, we sell this material in 100 metre spools, and 100 metre spools is ample really. But obviously if you get a fish that runs, you want to make sure you've got enough backing on there that's going to hold it. Any fish that gets beyond about 100 metres, trout backing that is, probably done well enough to get away anyway. However, there's a simple way to test this. I'm up there something about 80, 90 metres now, coming close to the end. I'll just show you a little simple test of how we determine whether we put enough backing on there or not. This is the fly line. I'll run through that in a second, but if we take the spool, the loose spool, it's tied on here at both sides at the moment, so it's not going to be a problem. Fold it in half. We can now apply that to the spool. If that fits in there quite comfortably within the cage, like so, then I've still got plenty of room for backing. And as you can see, there's plenty of room there. It's going to take all of this 100 metres of backing here, no problem at all. Okay, so that's the backing attached, and we're now going to put on the fly line. And to see that done, press here.